Get ready for a lifetime of being badasses.
Schmidt and Jenko are friends and rookie cops that mess up their first arrest.
Do you even know the Miranda rights?
Do you have the right to remain an attorney?
So they are transferred to a special division that sends them back to high school to bust a drug ring.
You are here because you some Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus-looking mothers.
But trying to fit in as students while they track down the drug source proves more difficult than they imagined. In 21 Jump Street.
You've just seen it. Rachel, why don't you tell us what you thought?
They didn't tread on the reputation of the show to sell the movie. They actually rewrote, they put the energy in, they put the effort in, and the script is amazing.
21 Jump Street, the beloved 80s TV show, was a drama, and it was a police procedural. And this movie is nothing like that.
Lord, no.
It is a broad, R-rated, raunchy comedy, and I think that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely to its credit. Usually when we have remakes of TV shows that do well, it's because it's a reimagining of the story. It tells you everything you need to know in the first 10 minutes. We know these characters, we know what they want to do, and we're rooting for them.
Why do you have... Oh my God.
Hey, no! What do I do? Chase someone! Don't rush my base! You're making it worse for yourself! I got it. Freeze!
Oh, my elbow. Something else that I want to call out in this film is what I call mumble moments. And that is just as you thought a scene was over, they had a little mumble moment where one of the characters mumbled something really funny, which got the audience laughing and transitioned us to the next scene in the movie.
And they play with audience expectation, too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
There are so many moments where you think something's going to happen, or like if it was a cheesier movie, that's exactly what would have happened.
It's getting hot in here. Schmidt, what do I do? Hit him! They're worse than what he hit me! Finally come... Where did I get stabbed? That's awesome!
This movie very much traffics in the kind of humor that I call the Judd Apatow school of uncomfortable comedic situations. And that is that there are really squirm-worthy situations that our characters get into, but they're hilarious. And I think it's really part of what drives this movie.
But there is something that's just so honest and wonderful about the writing that I was never uncomfortable watching because the actors were so comfortable and the script was so fun.
Well, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle where it made me squirm just because the actors did it so realistically and it was written so well that I could feel myself in that position. If I was in that position, I'd be like, ugh.
Do you even know the Miranda rights?
Look, it obviously starts with you have the right to remain silent. I know you've heard this before. And then, well, the thing... oh, right. Do you have the right to remain an attorney?
Did you say that you have the right to be an attorney?
You do have the right to be an attorney if you want to.
I promised my roommate Sarah that she could share something with you guys.
Bring her out.
She's short. Dear Jonah, of my heart you are the owner, because you're so funny and a true acting Yoda. Your choices are specific, that's how come you're so prolific. You're honest and real, you show just how you feel. I want to date you, mister, because you're one fine-ass listener.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm jealous. I want one of those. Jonah Hill has a story credit on this, and you can tell from the very beginning of the movie that he is an important part, and this is definitely his voice, or the Apatow voice that we've been talking about.
The acting is mirrored in the writing and vice versa, because what makes him such a great actor is his ability to listen. I never felt like he was manufacturing his performance or making acting choices. I felt like he was so present in the moment that he was just taking whatever he was given and just responding to that.
He's fluid. Any partnership that he comes into is gonna be great, because like you said, he listens.
He listens, he's like a sponge.
Exactly.
I didn't buy Channing Tatum as a high school student, but that's okay because like Jonah Hill's character, Channing Tatum's character was so honest and he had invested so much into that character that I just went along for the ride.
And even that is something that the movie addresses. They even make jokes that are sort of these self-aware jokes about how, yes, so often in films where you have high schoolers, you always have them played by 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. And so even in the film, you have these kids saying, hey man, you know, you look like you could be my dad. And it's just, it's part of the fun.
You have exceptional muscle tone there, young man. When'd you go through puberty? Like 7 or something?
Let's talk about the directors. Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and the last movie they did was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which is a huge leap to this movie, which was a very raunchy, R-rated comedy.
Well, to the credit, like we've been saying so much about the screenwriters, it was all there on the page. They didn't really have to do much, and I think what they did do, directing these two actors,
Let them go.
Just letting them go, letting them just kind of get as much comedic moments as possible.
The way the movie shot, it was very much a comedy. Very bright, very fast-paced, like you said, very frenetic. And without giving away too much, some really wonderful moments when people took the drug that they were trying to bust, and we'll just leave it at that.
Are you guys on drugs? I don't like that. Put your tongue back in your mouth.
All right, let's take our tickets and jump to the verdict.
A hilarious movie, driven by fantastic comedy writing and 2 great performances. A definite see it.
Love Jonah Hill. Love the script. Funniest movie I've seen in months, maybe years. See it.
21 Jump Street, the surprise comedy hit of the year so far. The best of its kind since Pineapple Express. See it.
Our votes add up to 3 tickets, which is an exuberant see it for 21 Jump Street. God bless you, Jonah. Mwah.
Cheers.
Cheers, mates.